Hi everybody, thank you so much for accepting the bike carrier rack program. I'm going to walk you through all the steps of building your bike carrier. These are the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a 1/2 inch wrench. You can use a crescent wrench, a regular wrench, or a socket wrench. When you open your bike carrier box, these are the things that you don't need to use. Don't use any of those things. And then that lock receiver, if you got one in your box, please leave it with the department manager when you take it to the Walmart store. And here he is opening the box, and this is what the box contains. There's the bike carrier right there, and open it up, basically take out all its contents. So those are the directions right there. And take out all the bolts and screws in the bag. That black Velcro you do not need for anything. Honestly, you could throw it away or keep it or do whatever you want with it. You don't even need it. Anyways, after he takes out everything out of the box, you want to unscrew the bolts from the screws and then basically set those two pieces up like that and put the screws in, put the bolts on, and then tighten them with your wrench just like that. And then this is him doing it with a socket wrench. So honestly, whatever kind of wrench you have will work, and you want to make it look just like that. It's easier if you put the prongs down and then tighten it from the bottom. So yep, that's how you do that. And then that's how it looks when you're done with it. And flip it over. The screws should be tight. Those pins, they go in the legs that slide on right there. And honestly, if you want to skip this step, you totally can, because loading this into your vehicle is a lot easier if you put the legs on last. So please just take note, you don't have to put the legs on right now, but these pieces right here, you can put those on right now and slide them on like that. Match up the color dots. Basically the yellow dot goes with the yellow dot, and just slide that in, tighten it on there, and that's what that looks like. Basically do the same thing on the other side with the other piece, and he'll put all those on there for you, so you can see exactly what it's supposed to look like. And then tighten all 4 of them on once you've put them all on there. Alright, and that's what it's supposed to look like. And like I said, you don't have to put the legs on yet, because it's much easier to put it in your car if you don't. But just for explanation purposes, this is what it's supposed to look like. That piece slides in the display bar just like that. That pin clip that you see, that pin clip is what you want to bring to the store with you. So make sure you have that with you. Slide it in there like that on the edge of that piece, and this is your bike carrier display. That's exactly what it's supposed to look like, and that is the display piece on the bar, on the display bar. He's putting it into my Toyota Corolla, so it'll fit in a back seat of a small vehicle. So you can slide it in like that. This is the pieces that we built. And like I said, it's much easier oops, I guess he didn't tighten that one very well. Yeah, tighten it, make sure that those things don't fall off. You can, if you did put the legs on, unclip those, just take the pins out, take the legs off, and then load each of the 3 pieces into the back of your vehicle, because it's more compact that way. So it'll be a lot easier for you. So yep, just slide them in your back seat and make sure you don't forget any of the pieces in the driveway or anything like that. That's what it looks like in the back of my car. Everything fit just fine. Obviously, if you service a lot of stores, you might have more in your back seat than just one. But when you go to the store, it's going to be in the department 10, basically the auto department. So maybe look for these signs when you're in the store. This is where it's supposed to be. So yeah, meet with the manager, say hello, introduce yourself, and then basically get a step stool or ladder and place the display bar into the shelving unit, and you can hand them each of the pieces of whoever's helping you, and then this piece slides right down into the shelving. Honestly, it might be a little bit tough for some of the stores. Some stores have older shelving, some have newer, and if you need to get some WD-40, they probably have some in that department of the store. Just try to get that slid down into there. It might take a little banging with your hand, or yeah, just be persistent with it. Try to get it in solid, and then hand whoever's helping the next piece. This is the next piece of the bike rack display, and it slides right into that square piece right there. And then basically you take your pin clip and you slide the pin through and you put the pin in so it locks that piece in place. So that is basically the second step to install this display. And make sure you don't forget the pin. So yep, that's what it looks like right there. And just keep handing him the pieces. Basically hand him those 2 first, and then hand him each of the legs, and then pin the legs in to the carrier display. Obviously this is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe he got the wrong side there, I don't know, not sure. Anyways, trial and error. Just get both of the legs on there and pin those in. Put the little loop locks down so they don't fall off or anything like that. Alright, there you go. That's what it looks like. And then this is the last piece, the signage piece. So basically take the adhesive strips off so it will stick there, and place it right in the middle of that triangular section, and bam, you're done with your bike rack display. Really wasn't too hard actually. So just find someone in that department to help you. Hand them the pieces. Honestly, it should go pretty smooth. So yeah, thank you so much.